like a boss. That's right, everybody. You are now rocking with the best. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Today is July 11th, 2017. Bitcoin is still floating, trending above water. I'm sorry, right below the surface at 2375. It hasn't pulled the plug yet, but I think it's coming pretty soon. So until then, you know, we'll keep it moving, and I'll try to help you guys make some money, put you in a position to be successful. And today we will be talking about ICOs. Should you invest in an ICO? A lot of people ask me every single day if you should. Real quick, if you're not part of our Facebook group, we have the #1 Bitcoin group in the world. That's what the name is on Facebook. Type it in there. Come join us. We got about 3,000 people every hour of the day. Somebody's putting up a new chart. If you are just now tuning in, congratulations, baby. You rocking with the best. I am the boss of Bitcoin. We have 6,400 subscribers. Once we reach certain milestones, I will be giving Bitcoin away. One of the things I wanted to do, so make sure you subscribe now, turn your notifications on. I try to do a video every day of the week, you know, to keep people engaged, keep people informed, and to also keep people empowered in the market. So one of the things I wanted to do real quick, I know every day I give you about a half hour, you know, to get on the channel, to get in the chat, and to, you know, tune in. We have like a little countdown, but, you know, some of these people have been here the whole time. And we was talking, we was having a nice little chat. You know, I was asking them what HOLD, hold them meant, and it meant hold on for dear life. I learned something today I didn't know. I thought it meant like hold the door, you know, from some Game of Thrones stuff. I think y'all know by my little intro screenshot, I like Game of Thrones, so I thought it meant like hold the door, but here it go, hold on for dear life. So I learned that today. But one of the things I told my people, if you get here early, you know, inside of 5 minutes, at 5 minutes, I'm gonna cut it off. But if you get here, what I'm doing from now on is I'm giving away some Bitcoin. So without further ado, I just wanted to pick somebody that contributed to the conversation. And that person looks like it's going to be what do you guys think? What do you guys think? My man up here, Tucson, Arizona, jumping with the boss. Congratulations, baby. You just won yourself some Bitcoin. What I'm gonna do right now, I'm screenshotting your name. Do me a favor. Go on YouTube and comment on this video. And we got to figure out how to do this. Jump on Facebook. Jump on Facebook and add me in the group. Just say, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post it in the group right now. So when you see this post, just comment, that's me, and everybody's gonna vote it up to the top. And then that way, you know, you send me your Bitcoin wallet, I send you some Bitcoin, and we will keep it moving. Damn! What y'all know about that? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Helping people get paid, helping people learn, jumping with the boss. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. Good deal. Moving on, right? Bitcoin ICO. Should you invest in an ICO? First of all, let's ask a better question. What is an ICO? The ICO is essentially cryptocurrencies' way of fundraising, right? Coin offering. If you remember big stocks on Wall Street, when they go public, they have an IPO. That's an initial public offering. So, you know, a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, at Notre Dame Business School, when they would, you know, teach us how to start a business, they said, begin with the ending in mind and always have an exit strategy. That basically meant be prepared to get bought out by somebody else, or be prepared to go public and have Wall Street buy you out, which I never actually agreed with. But IPO was a public offering where you make your shares in your company, you make equity in your company available to the public. You offer it to the public. IPO, an initial public offering. So ICO is essentially the same thing for all these new crypto coins that don't really have money. You can think of it as crowd fundraising, similar to like Kickstarter, GoFundMe, Indiegogo. You know, a lot of these guys just have a great idea, maybe one or two software coders put together a white paper, and they're offering equity or tokens or currency, you know, some type of exchange for people to invest. And a lot of times this is based out of Ethereum, because Ethereum has the APIs that you could build on and you know, layer into the blockchain. So a lot of these things are newer opportunities to invest in startup cryptocurrency platforms. But everything comes at a cost. Then that, you know, some of these crypto coins are seeking money. They haven't actually made a product to get money on their own. So that's one major thing to keep in the front of your mind. Like if I just came up to you on the street, you know, or if I just walked into a Starbucks and said, hey, everybody at Starbucks, I got an idea. I want to make Starbucks coin, where, you know, you go get your coffee, and instead of swiping your credit card, you paying Starbucks coin, and that's how we do it. You know, the more Starbucks coin you have, the more people buy Starbucks, the more money every Starbucks coin is worth, you know, but it doesn't exist yet. So I take the time, I write out 2 or 3 pages, I put together a little website, you know, I make a little page on Reddit, Steem, Slack, whatever, get a little community together and go on the internet and have an ICO for a product that doesn't exist yet. So worst case scenario, all your money disappears. That guy that sold you Starbucks coin never planned on making anything, and disappears. Cozumel, Mexico, goes retire, and you never see him again. Best case scenario, Starbucks coin is the next Google, and you're filthy rich, and you're retired. That's a huge, huge, huge spectrum, right? That is a big jump. And so my advice to you, when the range is that big, the risk is that big, and the uncertainty is that big, is to avoid it altogether. Another reason that I recommend this to you is that, you know, one of the things you'll learn is that once major media platforms start talking about something, you don't want to be involved in it. You know, once these guys start talking about something that you heard about and maybe you were thinking about putting money in, more than likely the money that was supposed to be made is already made. So you really don't want to be the last person on the money train when these big major publications start hyping it up. There goes another one right there. You know, I don't say their names intentionally because I don't want this account flagged, but it's real easy to see. You know, there's another one. There's another one. So that's a red flag in itself. The last thing I will show you guys is that the problem with many of these coins is that when they do actually come out, prime example, I actually was looking at this coin. It got released on Poloniex. It went from 0.33 inside of 1 day to 0.05. That's huge. And then ever since then, it's basically been hanging on for dear life, you know, barely having a heartbeat. So this is why I don't recommend getting in ICOs, because you cannot predict the market's response to it. What I learned in talking with Reggie Middleton, sitting on this guy's couch, this guy has, no joke, the most successful ICO of all time. But a lot of times, these newer ICOs, they say they sold out in 20 minutes. They sold out in 5 minutes. Well, no, they didn't. They sold out in 2 or 3 months in pre-sales. They have distribution agencies to where, one agency might have $20 million that, they'll put up, but they want your coin, at 50% value. Right. So they'll say, okay, you're coming out with a coin, you're selling it at 1 Ethereum, 1 for 1. We'll do $1 million, but we want it at half of an Ethereum. So you say, okay, that's guaranteed money, give me that $1 million and bam, there you go. But the problem is most of these coins are sold out by people who get them at a discount. So they don't care that this market is down here because they already paid, half of that essentially. And so you have whales that really don't care about the exchange whatsoever. They don't care about the current price. As long as it's higher, 2 or 3 times higher than what they paid for it, and they flip their money in a couple of weeks, they're fine. And it crashes into the ground. 90% of the time when you have a coin that was generated on an ICO and it actually gets to a legitimate exchange and the real market can buy it, this is what happens because the whales are cashing out all of their money. And the rest of us are fighting just to get pieces and just to get crumbs. So what I'm saying is do not, right now, it's not worth it. It's too much risk. It's too much uncertainty. I would much rather see you guys focus on the chart and, catching moves inside of the chart when a free market does exist and it's not so much inside corruption and trading. And we actually have a fair shot. Even though here it's still slightly skewed, I think on this next pullback, a lot of that whale money is going to float away, swim away, and we'll actually be relatively close to a true market, as close as we're going to be in Bitcoin anyway, for probably about the next month or so. As a lot of their money leaves, and it's just us left down 30, 40, 60, 70%, we'll actually be able to see how this thing actually lives. And from that, we can learn a lot more moving into the future. So it's actually good that we're going into this pullback because as you can see, this is not reflective of, a healthy market. Like it's no way that should be possible. Gnosis, for what they talk about, Gnosis is probably one of it has a lot of potential, but for that to be the reality when it's released on the top exchange, one of the top exchanges in the world, that shows you. And Reggie Middleton told me, he was like, a lot of these people are getting the coin 80, 90% off, just because the people who are selling the coin want their money. So when we're paying full price, even at the ICO, when a website is up and that timer is running down and you're like, oh my God, it's only 4 more days and you're paying, 33 to 1, you're essentially paying full price. It's probably about $50 million that came in before you that got it 90% off. So even when you do get to an exchange, you wait 2 or 3 months, maybe. It might take 2 or 3 years, depending on what currency you're investing in, and you finally get to an exchange, and then that happens, right? Because there was so much more money that came in before you that you never saw, and they're cashing out. They don't care. So that's my advice to you. Do not invest in ICOs. In addition to that, it's a lot of ambiguity that goes into these token sales. Nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen, right? Like I said, that guy could, the Starbucks coin guy could disappear and go to Mexico and you never see him again. You could be on in Cancun on spring break and you run across him on the beach drinking a margarita and he look at you in the face and wave and say, thank you. You supported me. Thank you. And so this is, a note of humor I wanted to end on. Useless Ethereum token. And this is what I wanted you to see. The #1 ICO of the year. You want to know why? Because it's the first 100% honest ICO. They say if you're going to give some random person on the internet money, they're going to buy stuff with it, probably electronics, maybe even a big screen television. And you go through this thing, they said it's the first of its kind. It's so honest. Investors can see the value of their coins. And they say it's transparent. No gains means few investors. Few investors means few transactions. Few transactions mean no network lag. So they're actually helping the Ethereum network by taking your money off of it. It might be secure, but it's definitely not audited. Guaranteed token value. And they're called useless Ethereum tokens for a reason. So apparently, you know, a lot of people have contributed to this ICO. $59,000 worth. So this is what I say. You have to be very wary. But if you're going to throw money into an ICO, at least do it into something like this where you know you're getting absolutely nothing. And this guy's going to go out and buy, you know, 49 televisions with your money. You know, I think frequently asked questions. If you look at the bottom part, how do I get a refund for the token I bought? You're kidding, right? So this guy, and on a #1 ICO of the year, he lets you know what you're getting before you get it, and that's absolutely nothing. With that being said, it's too much risk in ICOs. Don't waste your money. It's too many unknowns, and a lot of the big money came into the table before you ever got there. So with that being said, I wanted to give my people in the chat, you know what I'm saying, I'm showing my people some love today. So what I wanted to do one time, I told you earlier, shout your country out. This is a global community. If you appreciate this content, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button. What that does, that allows everybody in our community all over the world to know that this video was good content, know that it helped you. It hopefully guided you in the right direction with that ICO tidbit. Until Reggie told me that, I was like, wow, I did not even know that. But they literally have hundreds of millions of dollars set up, you know, for pre-sale on ICOs at 80–90% discount. And so when we finally get to it, when that website finally goes live and we can transfer our little Ethereum from that wallet, oh, we're just the icing on the cake. They already funded the whole thing. And that's why it sells out in 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 30 seconds, whatever. It's not our money, trust me. That we don't have that much money. Your money in the building. NYC, NYC, NYC. The king of New York right now. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, Chi-Town, what's good? If you in the chat, shout your country out. Arizona, AZ, Kansas, Germany, 2 times. Spain, England, Brazil, Portugal, Cadio, Egypt, Canada. It's beautiful, man. It's a beautiful community. Ecuador. I'm telling you, y'all South American countries, man, I'm just going to take a trip for about a month through South America and just teach Bitcoin, wake up on the beach and drink wine. That's what I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that for like a month. Watch. So it's beautiful, guys. If you appreciate this content, if you want to join this community, if you like the way I teach, I try to keep it fun. I try to keep it entertaining, and I try to help you make some money. You know, a lot of mistakes I made cost me a lot of money. I probably lost, when it's all said and done, probably about $10,000, $20,000, you know, this year. Between the last 2 years, about 10, 20 grand in the market. So I lost a lot of money, but by losing a lot of money, I learned to make a lot more. And that's my job, is to try to empower you so that you can do it as well. You don't have to lose 20 grand. I'm showing you how to start from the ground up. So if you like that, baby, come back, rock out with us every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin reporting, checking off. It's that time of the day, no matter where you stay, from Brazil to the Bay, California, halfway through Portugal, back up through Germany. Good night, good morning, and good day. Y'all take it easy. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.